Hey everyone, I'm Victor Melcher, a filmmaker and content creator, and in this video I'm going to be comparing the difference between a shotgun microphone and wireless lavalier microphones. So I'll show you what types of scenarios each of these microphones thrive in, and that way if you are just getting into video for the first time, you can figure out which one is best for you. And my main shotgun mic is a Rode VideoMic NTG. However, if you are looking for a cheaper alternative, I would definitely recommend the Rode VideoMic Go 2. That's essentially a mini version of this microphone without the buttons or the volume knob, but in my opinion, it sounds just as great. That's actually the audio that you're hearing right now. And this fuzzy gray thing on the shotgun microphone is called a windscreen, which I'll explain why you need that later. And for my wireless lavalier mics, I'm using the Rode Wireless Pros. The thing I really like about these is that they have a dedicated charging case, and they come with 2 lavaliers, windscreens, and all the cables you can possibly need to connect your mic to your device. However, if you are looking for a cheaper alternative, you can use the Rode Wireless Go 2s. However, a few things to note about the Wireless Go 2s is that you have to purchase the lavalier mics separately, and depending on the type of camera you're shooting on, you can get this buzzing noise, which I actually got on my Sony FX3. I made a whole dedicated video about that a few years ago, and thankfully I was able to find some solutions. So I'll be sure to link that video in the description, along with links to purchase all the gear that I used to create this video. So first, let's talk about shotgun mics. All right, so one of the most common ways that creators use shotgun mics is to vlog, and the mic is around 1 to 2 feet away from my voice. So as you can tell, you're picking up my voice pretty well, and you're also kind of picking up some ambient sounds. I'm near like this little hiking trail, so you might be able to hear some birds, and overall the audio quality sounds really good. And one of the biggest strengths of shotgun mics is just how simple and easy to use they are. All you have to do is mount your mic to your camera, plug it in, do a quick audio check and make sure that your audio is peaking around -12 decibels, and you're good to start shooting. So it's pretty simple and just easy to use. Now I do have the windscreen on and it is getting a little windy, so I'm gonna show you real quick. A light breeze just picked up. As you can tell, the audio might start sounding just a little bit puffy or a little bit poppy, and you definitely don't want that while you're out shooting. So I'm just gonna put my windscreen on, and as you can tell, if there was any popping noises that you were hearing, now they are gone, and now it just sounds like more natural wind to your ears. So I just leave my windscreen on all the time. It's much better just to leave it on than to risk ruining your audio. Now, if you are a filmmaker, you can also use shotgun mics as a boom mic. And you can either use a C-stand like I am, or you can use a boom mic. If you have a boom operator, you can have them hold the mic and angle the direction towards your talent's voice. But in my case, I'm filming most of my stuff solo, like this, and with a C-stand, it works perfectly. And if you're a documentary filmmaker and maybe you just need good scratch audio, meaning you just need good audio of the overall environment, or you just want backup vocals just in case maybe your external microphone fails, then having a shotgun mic is ideal for that situation as well. All right, so now that we talked about the biggest strengths of the shotgun mic, the biggest weakness is going to be distance. So it's gonna sound really good when you're close to your mic, around 1 to 3 feet away. However, as you start getting farther and farther, it's not gonna pick up your audio as well. You might still hear it, but you're gonna have to boost it a lot in post, and you don't wanna do that. So it's not gonna sound as good when you're farther away. So that's where wireless lav microphones come into play. Let me get a little closer so I can explain. So as you can see, no matter where I'm at in the frame, no matter which direction my voice is pointing, you are able to pick up my audio nice and clear. That's because I have a wireless transmitter attached to the camera, and then I actually have my microphone in my hand. And before I talk about all the different types of ways you can use a wireless lav mic, let me talk about the setup real quick because it's not quite as convenient as a shotgun mic. So you're gonna have your receiver and your transmitter. If you do get the Wireless Pros, you get 2 transmitters, so you can have 2 wireless lav mics hooked up to 2 individuals. But what you're gonna wanna do is plug your receiver into your camera, then you're gonna wanna make sure that your transmitter is turned on, and this is where you're gonna get your audio from. Again, do a mic check and keep your audio around -12 decibels. There's just a couple extra steps compared to using a shotgun mic that makes this setup just a little bit more time consuming, but lav mics are one of my personal favorites, and now I'll show you all the different ways you can hook them up. Okay, so the first way you can do it is just like I am right now. I'm just holding the transmitter like a traditional microphone, and that's because the transmitter has a built-in microphone. This is really great if you are a bit camera shy and maybe you just don't know what to do with your hands. So holding a microphone just gives you something to do, and I actually like doing that. So if you are filming TikToks, Instagram Reels, YouTube videos, this is a great way to do so. And you can also clip the transmitter to your shirt like this. I personally don't like this just because it looks a bit clunky and weird on camera. If you're holding it, it looks a bit more natural so people know you have a mic. But if you're just talking and you have this big thing sticking out of your neck, it just looks a little bit unnatural. It's not going to sound as good because you want to have the mic at least like maybe like 6 inches a foot away from you, because it's not going to sound good when it's like right up against your neck. And that is where the actual lavalier microphones come into play. So at one end is a 3.5mm jack where you just plug into your transmitter, and the other end is a microphone. So this is where you can be a bit more discreet with your mic. Okay, and now I just have the mic right here clipped to my shirt, and I'll talk about ways you can actually hide it better, but this has been my go-to for YouTube just because it's so easy to clip on, attach, and good to go. And if you don't have a button-up shirt, you can also just tuck it and clip it to your shirt collar right here. It's not as discreet, but I'll show you real quick. And as you can see, it's a little bit more noticeable than it was before, but it's still not as noticeable as when you just have that giant transmitter connected to the top of your shirt. For the best audio quality, you're gonna wanna have your lav mic around your chest area, but I'll be honest, I've used this method a ton for my YouTube videos, again, just because it's simple and it doesn't look too bad. But there are some great videos from Mark Bone. He's a super talented documentary filmmaker, and he'll show you all the best methods to hide your microphone. So I'll be sure to link those videos in the description. So in summary, these wireless lav microphones are incredibly versatile, and if you are a content creator, I feel like this is the mic for you. If you are a filmmaker and you want your films to have a bit more of a narrative feel, I feel like the quality coming out of these just sounds a bit more TV show or podcast-like. So in that case, you might want to get a shotgun mic and a boom pole setup. And now for my bonus method, you can actually use your shotgun mic and your wireless lav mic in combination to create this little podcast microphone setup. I just bought this mic stand and I used a small rig shock mount. And now maybe if you wanted to film a podcast, or if maybe you just like your mic as a prop in your frame, you can do this. And now you have a simple little podcast mic. So I just want to say a huge thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and just go out there, have fun, and create. I'll see you in the next one. Whew. Okay, our microphones come into play.